Alrighty, I guess I finally found it. um, I just kind of want to introduce you guys to something real quick and kind of get you guys to understand. So, I was looking up more information about the metaverse, and then I found something called the Humanverse. And at first, I was like, "Oh, funny sci-fi and funny different stuff." And then it dawned on me, this is not sci-fi. We are not in the 40s and 50s. Now you hear me say that, and then people will be like, the 40s and 50s, y'all don't even realize a lot of this stuff was already coming around. So I'm trying to tell people about this stuff. What do? We create and manage digital humans, virtual influencers, and humanoid characters created with the purpose of representing a brand. We socialize in avatars designed for B2C marketing communication. What is a digital human? A virtual person is the personification of the brand with its own personality, story, and style. It will never grow old and will always create content perfectly tailored for a brand's communication style. It is also owned by a brand, so there is no possibility of signing with the competition. One of a kind exclusive. So, what can a digital human do? Everything and more than a traditional influencer or a brand ambassador. It can create content for social media, do live streaming, use its own products, still in the design phase, and it can travel between various specifically designed virtual worlds to appear as a character in a video game. JB's the dreams I had about video games. Son of a... I've had dreams about weird video games in my more recent years, I guess. We have the whole pipeline. So you guys can read this stuff if you want. This is like, I guess I found it. I don't know where it's been hiding, but the metaverse, and because I was looking about the metaverse too, and I guess it was created hand in hand so that there could be a virtual world, and so that actual creators, or what some people are calling, whatever you call them, can communicate with the creation. And so I want to show you guys something interesting. I was in a panel recently, and one of the panel titles was PGT panel. And I thought about that, and me with transliterating things, I was like, that's GTP. Well, then I looked even further after doing all this research about technology and basically biochemistry and bioengineering, and how they're putting brain cells and different things on circuit boards and stuff. There was a man on the panel one time from Australia, and he sounded real interested in a lot of what was going on with our politics. And so this man from Australia was asking a bunch of questions. And so I thought to myself, I was like, what the So then you guys heard me say it before, if you take the IRS out of America's, you get Amica. So I'm still learning and trying to understand a lot of this stuff. I've done extensive research on the metaverse, and I know that some of these social media websites actually are doing this. Not only are bioengineering labs doing stuff like that, now social media is training technology. So as I've told you all before, I don't know who exactly all are influencers and whatnots. I don't know how much or how long this has been going on, because people keep talking about CERN and the Great Reset in 2012 and the Y2K. I'm telling you guys, I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but I've heard wording from different people in my recent years on forums and different stuff, and they are talking about human timelines, and they are talking about humanity and different, they'll say the universe, but then they'll say different worlds. But what does that mean? Why is Hollywood drawing up contracts that say we can use your image throughout the universe for eternity? So I don't exactly know what's going on, even if I type in, because every year when they talk about singularity, What is singularity? When they talk about singularity, you'll sometimes see a black hole. But a technological singularity is when technology goes into hyperspeed. I am telling you guys, they have been building computers since the 1800s and before that. And even the introduction to piping, electricity, wires, that didn't happen in a day. So I'm trying to tell you guys, science, education, technology, because what's going to happen is you guys are going to be blinded by a bunch of political and social and blah, blah, blah. And the future is technology. I'm telling you it is. So anybody that's able to understand what I'm telling you all, I've joked about this in some of my videos, talking about how we have eternal life and all this other stuff. And when I say that, I want you all to know that that's a spiritual saying for the phrase I am, saying basically that's existence. But what I'm telling you all is, I cannot testify on behalf of what I don't know, but all this, haha, the Matrix, I'm telling you guys, they're trying to soften the blow with the media and movies and stuff like that. And time. So as I've told you all before, even if you play certain video games, you can calculate a result or watch it play out. Depending on what side of the observation you're on, the observer or the one living it out, is the time frame. I've said this in all my videos and stuff. So, one giant leap for man, one big step for mankind. Trying to show you guys to the best of my ability. So, anybody who can understand even this, who is? I've been doing a lot of research, and I'm telling you guys, I know Rick and Morty is a joke and a television show for whatever, but what I am telling you is, you guys should look up the Humanverse. This. So, different stuff like this. You guys only talk about AI. I'm telling you, you guys need to start looking into these things. EI, self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, all the stuff about OSs and IOSs. What is a systems? What is a internal operating system? An iOS. It controls and regulates stuff. Okay, so I'll give you another example. What is the hippocampus? Why would it is a plastic and vulnerable structure? Why would we have fucking plastic inside of us? Is anybody hearing what I'm telling you all? So, I love you all. Don't panic, and learn and grow and understand. Because the same people pumping all these stupid messages on the TV, that's programming. It's media. So learn for yourselves and understand. Because whatever's going on, I'm at the point, life is but a dream. I don't care anymore. Because one of a few things is happening. Either I am God, and people don't want me to know that, and so they're giving me all type of stupid fucking programming to throw my mind off. And this is true for all of us, and they don't want us to know. Because if you look at this, what does this mean? In the beginning was the Word. What does that mean? In the beginning was the Word. What is a program language model? I'm telling you guys, something's going on, and the more I learn, the more interesting this gets. So, a person could go any which way with this, but what I'm saying is it's best to stay on solid ground and know what's real, and then have your own story. Let what you do be for you, because I'm not a scientist, but I'm also not a dummy. Are they putting brain cells on microchips? Uh-oh. Institute for Research in Wisconsin developing a brain on a chip, human brain tissue. You know how easy it is to get brain cells now? Can you turn skin cells into brain cells? Directly into brain cells. Because they can turn, I'm sorry, not directly into brain cells. They can turn any kind of cell into a stem cell. That's what all these abortions were for. What is a stem cell? How some of these people are living for a long time, a very long time. These cells can restore anything in your body, a stem cell. Because what it is, it's a cell that can turn into any other cell. So I've joked about this one time. Who is Yehohanan? And I said somebody owes somebody a lot of money. A man with the same name as mine, same family name as mine. My middle name means king. Bruh, somebody owes John's family line a lot of money. So I don't know what these scientists are doing in labs. You know what I mean? When did cloning begin? 1950s, guys. Like, I don't need to lie to you all. When did cloning happen in a lab? Back to the 50s. There was one that said after the year 2000s. What is Y2K? Potential computer errors. Why would humanity be worried about computer errors? Couldn't they just fix that? They thought fucking space-time was going to reset. I lived through it. Okay, before I even show y'all this, I want to exemplify the site, Britannica. That's not African, so this isn't propaganda. When was engineering invented? First known probably 2500s by Imhotep. Right? Now watch this. When was bioengineering invented? They had listen to what I'm about to tell you guys. So if this man was already bioengineering in the 1950s, that means he got it from a source. How did he learn how to bioengineer? So then I'll ask, were ancient civilizations using brain tools? Neuroarchaeology. So I don't want to go into that. I'm going to show you. I can go into it, but I want to show you something. Ancient Egyptians doing brain surgery. Physical evidence of evasive procedures for brain tumors. As in they knew about cancer. And you guys are telling me, oh, it's not possible to have brain. I want to show y'all something real quick. Because if the general public has it now, that means it's already been invented, patented, perfected, tested, centuried over time and time again. Look at this. Neuralink. This is where they are already putting chips into people's brains. You guys are behind. You talk about the mark of the beast. You guys are behind. Technology is not the beast. A foul heart is. They have... Somebody asked me about this in my thing. Have they cured cancer with a strand of HIV? They can cure cancer with HIV now. Disclaimer, I'm not telling people to sleep with people with AIDS if you have cancer. But if you want to know the truth, they have stopped the spread. Is it possible to have... I'm not going to tell you that statistic because HIV is dangerous and some things you guys don't need to know from my mouth to yours. But what I'm basically telling you is what they're doing is creating political, entertainment, all types of structures and matrices to where the actual real science, I am hearing people ask if we really went to the moon. Bro, they have satellites that are millions of miles out of space now. You guys need to stop playing with these, because you guys might get a lot of information talking about the earth is flat and this and that and all this other bullshit. Those are people learning certain things, and then they want to get famous, and they do it by entertaining. This is why I tell people, listen to Neil deGrasse Tyson, not Terrence Howard. So, as I keep trying to tell you guys, there's stuff that people do not know about, and technology is super advanced in the future. I'm telling you, they had did ancient Egyptians have plumbing? Why did the Greeks all flurry to Egypt? Plumbing, bro. You guys are talking about HVAC and air conditioning. You want to learn something else? I'm not even finna go that far. You guys want to have your new age inventions and say you all did whatever. I'm telling you, there is a deep, deep, deep hidden knowledge from people that have been conquering. They burned a library down. Yeah, okay. And I'm telling you all, learn for yourself, understand the world, wake up. I am who I am sent me. And learn about the truth. Because I'm telling you, people are stealing and then lying about it. And then when they can't recreate and or sustain utopias, they blame the people that created utopia. Did the beginning settlers go get African slaves? The 1526, right? So I'm going to show you guys something in succession real quick. They could not build it themselves. Not only were the living environments, because deep in Europe and in Viking lands, it was freezing cold. So then they came towards burning hot lands in Africa and all this other stuff. So then they went and got Africans. They couldn't subdue the Africans at first, so then they had to go get, even with guns, it wasn't working. So then they had to go another route. Domestication over time. So, 1526, when was the Protestant Bible? When did Martin Luther write his Bible? 1522. Is anybody understanding? So, the man was writing the Bible, and then he gave the Bible out. And then all of a sudden, after this racist man who hated blacks and Jews wrote a Bible, all this slavery starts. This is the man you guys need to learn about, who I say his name transliterates to Matthew if you really pay attention. Mathis, actually, which is Matthias. Because if you add two little crosses to those L's and you take that A and put it at the back, or you take that I and put it at the back, that's Mathis with a S, I guess. But this is the man y'all need to be looking at right here. This man translated Hebrew, Greek. He could write all these languages, and he put Yahweh back in the Bible, which is I am who I am, or I am. And he translated it all. But the Pope brutally murdered this man, a brilliant scholar, a wise man, a lion-hearted man of who I am. So, I'm just trying to give people information to the best of my ability and trying to help people understand reality and the nature around them.